I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up guys? Average Sniper here, bringing you another Battlefield Hardline video. And in this episode I would like to talk to you about hashtag RIPCOD, which of course means Rest in Peace Call of Duty. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Call of Duty reveal trailer has over 9 million views and over 600,000 thumbs down, dislikes. It's currently the most disliked video on the internet, excluding music videos. I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but I actually wasn't that surprised. Now, the Battlefield 1 video reveal came out yesterday, and it was pretty awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, just go up to the search bar in YouTube when you finish this video and type in Battlefield 1 official reveal trailer. It's going to take place in a World War I era. Looks like it's going to be an alternate history version of World War I, maybe with more advanced weapons than they actually had at the time. But I'm not 100% sure yet as to exactly what weapons will be there, and I haven't seen any sniper footage yet. So I'm not sure how good the sniping will be. I'm sure there will be sniping, but how good it will be, how the one-shot kills will be, I don't know yet. But I'm not really here to talk too much about speculating on Battlefield 1. I'm sure you've probably watched a million videos where people are speculating on it. I'm kind of here just to talk about the reaction that you guys had to the Battlefield 1 trailer and the reaction that I had. I am so happy that they're actually making a game that the community wants and that the community has been asking for. And this all goes back to basically when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. People were getting sick of Call of Duty being the same old thing. And then when Advanced Warfare came out, it was just too much. You know, that futuristic bunny hopping exosuit bullshit was just so annoying and unrealistic. And any serious first-person shooter, well, I shouldn't say serious first-person shooter player, I should say anyone who likes realistic, type of first-person shooter games was probably very disappointed. And ever since then, people have been asking, for a World War I, World War II era game, even a modern game with maybe just goes back to like the Cold War or maybe Vietnam, But we haven't got that yet. But it looks like Battlefield 1 has finally responded to this, and in my opinion, they've responded in the best way possible. Now, let's just, before we go into that, let's just talk about Hardline for a minute. Now, a lot of true Battlefield players were very, very disappointed with Battlefield Hardline. A lot of people just call it a reskin of Battlefield 4. And I wouldn't completely disagree with that, actually. I think it is very similar to Battlefield 4, but it's also very different. I believe that Battlefield Hardline was created to bring over people that were disappointed with the futuristic Call of Duties and give them another game to play. Now, they didn't want to shock the Call of Duty players by giving them a full Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, a classic Battlefield experience with the super huge maps, and the big bullet drop and all kinds of stuff like that. And the tanks and the LAVs and choppers, they kind of wanted some of that in there, but they wanted to transition it. And keep in mind, this is just my opinion. I don't have this from an official source. But that's why I think Hardline was designed, to hold people over for the next Battlefield, for the next major Battlefield release, and to just get Call of Duty players that were dissatisfied with Call of Duty over to the Battlefield side. And it actually worked exactly like that for me, and that's mainly where I get my opinion from, is because I used to be a major Call of Duty player that never even really gave Battlefield that much of a chance. It wasn't until the major disappointment of Advanced Warfare that I started thinking maybe I should try another shooter game. Of course, I already knew what Battlefield was, I just never really gave it a chance, So I started playing Battlefield Hardline with the beta, and I really liked it. And then I went back to Advanced Warfare, and when the actual full version of Battlefield Hardline came out, I bought it. Then I started making these learning to snipe videos, and I haven't been back to Call of Duty since, except to try the new Black Ops 3, which in my opinion was just as awful, if not worse, than Advanced Warfare. And keep in mind, once again, it's just my opinion. Don't get all bent out of shape if I say something you don't agree with, because I'm not stating facts. I'm just stating my feelings on the whole Battlefield Call of Duty thing. So when I saw this trailer for Battlefield 1 the other day, I was like, the only thing that kind of threw me off was the horses. I'm like, how is that going to work? But we don't have any information on that, so it's all speculation. But it looks awesome. I hope that there's not thermal optics, and I seriously doubt there will, because I don't think that technology was around in the early 1900s. But since it is kind of an alternate reality, early 1900s, who knows what they might put in and what they might not. But thermal scopes and thermal optics on tanks and LAVs and such were, in my opinion, one of the biggest problems with Battlefield 4, because it made it really hard to be a defensive sniper, because you could be seen as this glowing red dot from so far away by these tanks and LAVs, and you just did not stand a chance. I think the tanks and LAVs are a little overpowered in Battlefield 4. I agree that they should stay in Battlefield, you know, to a certain capacity, because that's all part of the game, but maybe they shouldn't be so overpowered. And perhaps that's what we're going to see with Battlefield 1. Because, I mean, I don't think a lot of the technology that they have in Battlefield 4 is going to be there in a World War I era game, even if they bring over weapons that didn't actually exist back there for the alternate timeline. I just can't wait to see. I mean, the main thing I want to see is the sniping. Like, is the sniping going to be good? Because if the game doesn't have sniping in it, it's going to be really hard for me to play it and have a good time. I'm going to play it regardless, you know, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to have sniper rifles in it. I mean, M1903 would probably be awesome. That's why I picked a gameplay here where I'm using the M1903, but maybe some other sniper rifles too. Maybe some guns that don't actually exist. I wouldn't have a problem with that as long as it stays realistic, you know. I don't mind using that kind of stuff, but I kind of would like it to kind of stick with things that actually do exist, you know. But who knows? They could really do anything. I'm just very happy that we're finally going to get a World War I early 1900s type of game, you know. It is what we've all been asking for. We've all wanted a break from this, you know, futuristic crap that we've been seeing, and I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air. You know, regardless of how the sniping is, I'm just speaking on behalf of the community right now and saying this is what we want, you know. And the Battlefield 1 reveal has so many more likes. It has such a better like to dislike ratio than the Call of Duty reveal trailer for Infinite Warfare. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that, what you thought of the Battlefield 1 reveal trailer, and what you think the sniping is going to be like. That's the main thing I want to hear about, is what you guys think the sniping will be like in Battlefield 1. And I'll look forward to reading all you guys' comments after I upload this video. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and the commentary, and I'll see you guys next time. #RIPCOD.